Module 7. Compliance and Regulations. Introduction. Compliance and regulations in banking are rules and standards that banks and financial service providers must follow to ensure transparency, integrity, and security in their operations. These rules maintain the financial system's stability, protect consumers, and ensure that banks operate in a responsible manner. For BCs and BFs, understanding these regulations is essential to delivering services ethically, following the law, and preventing financial crimes. Key aspects of compliance and regulations. Anti-money laundering, AML. AML regulations prevent disguising illegal funds as legitimate money. BCs and BFs recognize suspicious transactions and report them. Know Your Customer, KYC, is an AML requirement to verify a customer's identity before services like account openings. Know Your Customer, KYC. KYC guidelines ensure that banks confirm a customer's identity and address to prevent fraud. BCs and BFs assist in collecting and submitting documents like ID and address proof. Consumer protection. Customers should be treated fairly and provided with clear information about banking products. BCs and BFs must help customers understand terms and avoid misleading or pressuring them. Fair Practices Code, FPC. FPC requires ethical business practices and clear communication with customers. BCs and BFs should ensure honesty and transparency when offering financial services. Data protection. Laws protect customer information from misuse or unauthorized access. BCs and BFs must handle customer data responsibly and only share it for legitimate purposes. Reserve Bank of India, RBI, guidelines. RBI sets rules for financial institutions, like rules for lending and fraud prevention. BCs and BFs must follow when helping customers. Financial inclusion regulations. Regulatory bodies like the RBI and NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, have designed schemes for financial inclusion to ensure that our populations have access to essential banking services. BCs and BFs support government programs like Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, PMJDY, that bring banking services to rural and underserved communities. FATF, Financial Action Task Force, guidelines. FATF provides international guidelines for combating money laundering and terrorism financing. BCs and BFs should be familiar with FATF regulations to ensure they follow global standards and prevent illicit financial activities. Tax compliance. Banks and financial institutions must comply with tax-related regulations, such as tax deducted at source, TDS, and goods and services tax, GST, and ensure that customers are compliant as well. BCs and BFs help customers understand basic tax obligations, especially when dealing with interest on deposits, loan repayments, or investments. Role of business correspondents, BCs, in compliance. KYC documentation. Assist in collecting and verifying identity documents. AML compliance. Report unusual transactions or activities to bank. Customer awareness. Educate customers about their rights, product features, and service risks. Data privacy. Protect customer information from misuse. Financial inclusion. Help rural customers access banking services and government schemes responsibly. Challenges in compliance. Lack of awareness in rural areas. Many rural customers don't understand the importance of compliance. BCs must simplify and explain these rules. Data privacy risks. With digital banking on the rise, BCs need to safeguard customer information. Changing regulations. Banking rules often change, so BCs must stay updated to remain compliant. Summary. Compliance and regulations in banking are rules that ensure transparency, security, and fair practices in financial services. For BCs and BFs, following these rules is essential to build customer trust and avoid legal problems. Key regulatory aspects include anti-money laundering, AML, and Know Your Customer, KYC, requirements to prevent fraud and money laundering. Consumer protection laws ensuring customers are treated fairly. Fair Practices Code, FPC, promoting ethical business practices. Data protection and privacy laws safeguarding customer information. Reserve Bank of India, RBI, guidelines and financial inclusion regulations aimed at expanding banking access to underserved populations. FATF guidelines and tax compliance regulations. BCs are responsible for collecting KYC documents, reporting suspicious activities, educating customers about their rights, and ensuring the confidentiality of customer data. Challenges include maintaining data privacy, managing regulatory updates, and ensuring awareness in rural areas.